Scrub-a-dub-dub, what's in the tub, what's going on, CCL people? I am Ace, and I am joined by Vsing HB, and I did the intro properly that time. Thank me, Vsing.
You did it once, okay?
Yeah.
You get no credit for doing it once,
I
right?
did good, alright, I did good.
Why are we here, then?
We are
Why are
here
we here?
for the CCL Power Rankings for Round 4. The Round 4 battles have gone up, the matches have been decided, and everything has gone into our calculations. So now we have the power rankings for you all. Anything to say before we get started there, Vsing?
I just want to know why you're speaking in broken sentences.
I have no idea. I'm just going with the flow, alright? I'm going to speak in broken sentences. One at a time.
William Shatner now?
Yes,
Is on your Star Trek grind?
basically. Make it so.
There's a different kind of Star Trek.
It's all one. Don't worry about it.
She can't take it anymore, laddie.
Captain Picard. Beam me up, Scotty.
No, wrong Star Trek.
Yeah, no, they're two different ones.
Trigger.
Captain
Can't do this to me,
Picard.
man. Why? Yeah, we're turning this into a Star Trek podcast. Fuck
Basically.
Power Rangers.
Alright. No, but we will start with the power rankings right now. We are starting at number 16, who has not changed because
Since
basically, we
since the
haven't-
preseason.
since the preseason we have not been given any reason to change number 16, which is Daniel Megasonic Heroes PvP, the head coach of the Laverton Leafeons.
Hey, who did he battle this week?
He battles the number 1 ranked player in the last week, which was me. And
How did that turn out for you guys?
he was 5-0'd by me, and he had some tech flubs, and it was a difficult match for him. And basically, Amogus put in the work another week, to be completely honest.
Yeah, people don't have answers for Amogus.
But it's kind of like Mega Pidgeot for Jakib. Like, people just
Hey,
don't prep.
I have answers for Pinsir.
I know. I'm just saying people don't prep properly for it. They're like, oh, Amogus, all right, I'll hit it a couple times, and I'm like, I will swap out and come back in at full HP.
But yeah, one like Daniel. Again, like didn't you bring Mr. Mime?
I did bring Mastermind because, like, even though he knew that I would end up bringing it, there was no reason for me to not bring it. And I feel that Daniel's prep was a little bit. I wouldn't say, like, what he did obviously, like, made sense in some ways, but I felt that there was more optimal ways. So he brought Scarfed Salamence, which with Dragon Claw, which didn't make sense to me because, one, I have a fairy type. 2, if you scarf yourself into the dragon move, I come into that fairy type, and then I proceed to either kill the Salamence right there and then, or something swaps in and basically gets pretty much, I think, everything except for the Paladin gets 2-hit KO'd. Maybe not the Superior if it was Assault Vest, but it wasn't. It was Life Orb. So
Maybe. I think even Hippowdon gets 2-hit KO'd.
no, it didn't, because it took like, I think it was 45% or so, and he had leftovers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I will note that for future.
For future reference.
Yeah, because I've faced Daniel in a couple of weeks, so.
Yeah. When I wasn't, like, Technician boosted or anything, I wasn't Life Orb, I was just Choice Scarfed. But yeah, and then...
Oh, you were Filter. That's
yeah, I was
smart.
Filter, so that I could, not die to, like, Crunch.
Hello, you're
Still.
neutral to Crunch.
Or, like, a Dark Pulse or something, I don't know.
You're neutral to that too.
I don't know.
But yeah, I want to point out a major flaw with Daniel's prep and battle and planning.
Oh, the Superior?
Yeah, I want to talk about that Superior though.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead, you got it.
This nigga brought a contrary Superior with growth. And I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know if that was just long genning.
To be completely honest, I think that Daniel just didn't think about contrary. Like he hasn't brought contrary. Like, he hasn't brought in Leaf Storm in the past couple weeks. He's brought in, like, screens and other stuff like that. He probably just was thinking that it was overgrow, and then contrary just, like, kind of defaults because it's the ability most people use when he was, like, writing down the stuff for it on Showdown.
Yeah. So basically, if we have tips for Daniel, it's pay close attention to shit.
Just be a little more attentive, and especially, like, if you know, like, I guess, like, Scarf Salamence worked out for you in the beginning there. my HP investment, which like someone has advised me to, speed creep and stuff like that in the
I
past,
wonder who that is.
allowed me to live on 1 HP and drop a Draco on a Salamence that was scarfed. I literally lived on 1 HP and I was like, bruh, the HP investment coming through.
Yeah, it pays off. I told you.
1 HP Draco Meteor. I was like, oh, okay. So then, yeah, we traded there, and then I proceeded to just whittle everything else down. But, yeah, well, basically at that point, once Salamence went down, like, Amoonguss just walled everything, so I was like, okay, like the only thing I have to fear is Ice Fang, Sharpedo, but he brought that in on Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime Dazzle gleamed it, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, Daniel, as we know, has no fairy resist. He needs to work on that. Mid-season's coming up, getting closer and closer. If he can try and pick up, I don't know, like a Steelix or something.
Yeah, something.
I don't know, man. He needs something for fairies. But like, yeah, Daniel, prep better, and we'll see how you had a tough battle. Like Ace, obviously #1 seed, I guess, per rank. Your next battle is against Trent. So we'll see how you fare fighting the AIDS.
Yeah, fighting the AIDS draft. Good luck, man. Good luck. It's not fun.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to that either. But mine is a long way away, so.
Yeah, that's beneficial for you. All right, but enough talking about Daniel at number 16. Daniel, you can definitely move up, but you just gotta prep better and you gotta pay more attention. And with the mid-season exchange, definitely pick something up to help you with that fairy, the fairy weakness there. But moving on to number 15, we have your boy Grids, the head coach of the Pikachus.
Petalburg Pikachus.
Oh, Petalburg Pikachus. I don't know why I said palette. It's
Palpitoads.
Yeah, that's what it is. I mix those two. We have your boy Grids, young Girds.
Basically, same issues as Daniel, per prep, per planning, and per execution all around. Yeah. Grids and Daniel. And there's one more. I've yet to pick up a victory. They're still winless.
Yeah,
I believe.
Well, with Grids, I wouldn't he prepped, but I would say it's more inexperienced prep, because I feel like Grids tries to make a lot of sense out of stuff. Like I listened to him kind of prep and like some of the stuff that he had for the battle with Chris, and he still ended up losing. But I feel that he's just very unconfident in himself, and I feel that he could do better if he had a little more confidence and like he just learned a little bit better. Like he's just having a lot of trouble, to be completely honest. But I think that he was running unique sets. It's just it's just the lack of experience, and just has to get just keep continuing to get better.
Yeah, you just gotta have faith in yourself, Grid. You're not terrible. I remember back in the day we used to do showdown tournaments on your streams, Grids, and you weren't that bad. Like you'd get past first round, second round, and you'd basically run into me and get blown back. But still,
yeah, what was it, that Cottony?
Yeah, the fucking Cottony. Yeah. No, but there's been multiple times where Grids and I battle on showdown, and when there's no pressure on him, he does well. He knows what he's doing.
Well, he understands the basics.
Yeah, it's just his lack of confidence, so he just kind of gives up before the battle begins. He'll just be like, oh, I'm battling Ace this week. He's better than me, so I've lost, so I won't even try. You just need to get out of that mindset.
It's just, think of it like Smash, Grids. You can,
if
you play your best, you can play with anyone. It's how the game, especially with Pokemon, where it's a format where, one crit or one status can change the entire tide of the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, Grids, room for improvement. I want to see you do good.
Alright.
Do good, Grids.
Do good, Grids. Don't psychic the Scrafty. You got this.
Nope. Don't psychic no Scrafties.
Alright, moving on from number 15 to number 14, we have Pachi YT, the opponent of Vsing this next coming around. And Zach actually ended up, I think he lost this week, correct?
Yes, he got 5-0'd by Lee, coach of the Cherry Grove Charizards.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, there were a number of questionable plays in that battle. And Zach, I think the only reason that you're slightly above Grids is partially due to your good team makeup and you're understanding things, but I don't know, man. Your plays a lot of the time don't make sense to me.
Well, your team building, like your prep, is improving a lot.
Yeah.
I have noticed that. It's your execution. Like in battle, you do things that make no sense a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like you'll swap in, like in that battle, for example, you swapped in a Zoroark disguised as
A
Ninetales.
Yeah,
to-
against
to
an
take-
earthquaking mon.
Yeah, against a water ground type. Like, not only is that weird and kind of dumb, but you should also not be swapping in a Zoroark to take a hit, because part of Zoroark's appeal is the illusion, and as soon as you come in and take the hit, it's gone.
Yeah, and you also had a Gramble.
Yeah,
Just
you had a
chilling.
Grambo just chilling.
Just chilling with Intimidate.
Mm-hmm. But like, also like, there was a flaw in your prep this round because you wanted to bring in Crocun, which I don't think you've actually brought yet, like straight out Crocun.
Yeah.
But you brought it against someone that has a water absorb mon on their draft. So
Yeah.
that was kind of poor planning on
And
your
you
part,
didn't-
because
you didn't
you
bring HP Grass or anything.
yeah, no HP Grass, no Ice Beam, nothing, just Scald, Calm Mind, Rest, Sleep Talk. Like, that's poor planning, because as soon as you led with the Suicune and Lee discovered that you were just generic Crocun, all he had to do was send in the Seismitoad and start doing things with that, because
And
you couldn't
just
touch it.
knocked off your leftovers, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, and then you started firing off Earthquakes, because as far as I remember, you had no immunities other than Lando, but then he can just Scald you.
Yeah. You know, what are you doing back to a defensive Seismitoad?
Exactly. So your prep is better, but there's still room for improvement with things like that.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, Zach. Well, that play, and then there was one other big play that I'm trying to think of. Oh, the Reuniclus. You get Will-O-Wisp right off the back, and then you get hexed. You're Magic Guard, so you can obviously swap out, knowing he's gonna hex again, and you try to recover up. I don't know if you'd just given up at that point, but it was just. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand that play at that point, especially like bringing in a psychic type against a ghost type. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like that was strange, and like you saw the damage the Hex did the first time you recovered. Then the point you were at, you knew that
Yeah, there's no
he
way.
would just kill you.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not a roll when it's like 70%. Like, you're not getting 30% the next time.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You're facing me next, Zach. So.
Well, now
see.
Zach is talks the finest. The
All the time.
the young finest. So, you know, if he puts up, then good for him, man. But you gotta work real hard for this, because you're not facing number 4. You're facing number 3 this week. No offense to Lee at all. Lee's right there. Like, Vsing sweating because Vsing knows that I see Lee chomping at his bits a little bit.
Hello, I ain't scared of Lee.
No, but he's close on your tail coming for that third place in the last hour, man. It was close.
Nah. I'll be back at number 2 and 1 soon. Don't worry.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we have from number 14, we had Pachi YT, the head coach of the Las Vegas Victinis. So now we move on to number 13, which is going to be Marty, the head coach of the Warnsveld Weezings. Or would you like to say that? Because I know you like to.
The Warnsveld Weezings?
Yeah. I don't know why, but it sounds so much cooler when Vsing says it.
Because I know how to say it.
Okay, that's fine. But Marty with the best logo in the well, one of the best logos. I like his logo a lot, but there's one more I like more than his. You know, Marty faced Vsing this week and got the fucking body back. Bruh. I don't have anything else to say about that. Jesus.
Marty wanted to box with God, but his arms weren't long enough.
Jesus Christ. I had to say that.
That's pretty much it. Like, he wanted to. He talked so much smack like throughout the weeks coming up to the battle. Then I actually got scared at one point. I was like, he's actually going in, because he told me like, I'm actually plotting for you and I'm taking time. And I was like, oh shit, like Marty, because I know he's competent. So I was like, if he's putting so much thought and effort, I got scared. But then I kind of schooled him. I took him behind the woodshed and I showed him what to do.
What do? Yeah, nice and 6-0 actually. So
Yeah, exactly.
he gave him the work, and then he styled on him as well. Like, you want to talk about the styling a little bit?
Well, the fact that I was so cocky that I defogged away the own rocks that I set up just to give his Volcarona a fighting chance.
Yeah, so that he could style on him and show that he brought was it Akaberry for the fire?
Yeah, the Okaberry Registeel just to
Yeah.
counter the Volcarona so I could rock slide it back.
Yeah.
Hella fun, man. It's a fun battle.
Yeah, no, but I don't think Marty's prep was bad. I think
Well,
that
obviously,
you
yeah.
just out prepped him.
After the battle, he told me what his initial plan was, and it was to get T-Spikes up to whittle down all my shit. And he was actually running a sun team.
Oh yeah.
That's what his plan was. He was going to get the sun up with something, then try and blow things back, because his main threat was the Manaphy.
Yeah. Okay.
He had built a sun team to check that. Like he told me like his Galvantula like had solar beam and shit like that, and I was like, oh, okay. Like if you'd
like
pulled that
if
off,
it works, bruh.
yeah.
Also, he had told me that the thing that threatened the way he wanted to run his team was Ditto, and that's why he ran HP Water on his Blaziken. Because then he would, it wouldn't copy your nature, or like you wouldn't copy his EVs.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So you wouldn't have the same hidden power as him.
Yeah. I would have had
HP Dark.
Yeah.
Or whatever the EVs like your Ditto would be, but I assume you'd just be max everything.
Yeah, it'd be Dark.
Yeah.
But none of that worked out for Marty, sadly.
Yeah, no, like I feel the reason that Marty, I felt that Marty deserved to be a little bit higher than some of the guys just below, is because he brought unique sets and he didn't catch Hubble off guard. He got 6-0'd, but like Blast Burn did like 70% to Latios, and HP Water did like 70% to freaking Nidoqueen. I was like, bruh.
Yeah, that was kind of scary.
Yeah, I was like, wait. When I saw this battle, I was like, how did you not get a kill?
Well, like, I wasn't scared of the Blaziken regardless, because I always had the pincer in the back.
Yeah, but still.
What?
Like that blast print did so, I was like, holy shit. What the
Yeah.
hell?
I feel like Marty prepped for the wrong things. And I also feel like he brought the wrong mons.
Yeah.
I mentioned in my battle, which is on my channel, that if he had brought the bronze on, I was in a bit of a pickle because neither pincer nor Manaphy could sweep.
Yeah, because that thing just sits there and is annoying.
Yeah.
Gyro Ball or like Psychic.
Or you could just like Toxic Stall.
Yeah, I guess. Toxic
Like,
attacks.
Like, I don't know, like he should have brought the Bronzong and he should have brought the Sableye as well.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't bring the Sableye, to be honest. Those were mons that I was like, okay, he's definitely going to bring. Sableye was one, and then Blaziken was the other.
Well, another one is Azumarill.
Did he bring his own?
No, he did not. He only brought Volcarona. That was the only OU Pokemon he brought.
It's interesting. I don't know. Well, either way, I don't know. I think I'm already prepared, like, uniquely, and it gave him credit because it was, like, catching off guard, and that's what we like to see in this type of league. But, yeah. That's
Speaking of catching people off guard.
What?
Number 12.
Oh, number 12, yeah. This is the one that makes Vsing and I the most upset.
It breaks our heart, man.
Winless at number 12, we have Demon OJM, the head coach of the NRW Nido Kings.
Sadly, Demon is still 0-4. Like,
he does so much prep. Like, his teams are so good. It's just when Demon gets out there, I don't know, like the switch just doesn't turn sometimes. Like, he doesn't. I don't know if he doesn't realize his win conditions a lot of the time, because like he has like one or two moments in certain battles where like he has like opportunities to win, and then just like the gear catches and it just doesn't rotate the right way or something. Like, you're so close, Demon. You're so close to just winning these battles like that you need to win, and you're facing Grids in this next week, so it's gonna be an interesting match between you two. Like, underconfidence in Grids and just inability to kind of finish that kill, because like you put yourself in such good positions and then you just kind of like you falter right at the end, and that's, I feel like once you get past that, you're gonna be a danger, man. You're gonna be a danger in this league.
yeah, Demon versus Grids, one of them is going to pick up their first win, and I think either, like, no matter who it is, they'll gain that confidence and start hopefully doing better. But Demon, your prep is kind of god. I'd say, other than like myself when I'm in the mood, Ace, Lee, like your prep's right up there.
Mid.
I can't fault it. It's just I don't know if you just choke or you panic, or I also do think it's like the level of opponents you've had so far. It's kind of insane.
It's very difficult opponents, like right off the bat.
Yeah, like me, Lee, Wyatt, and Ben. Like,
Literally, like matchup, like any matchup of those makes people upset to face.
yeah.
Because Ben has the best draft.
Mhm.
Vsing. Like we saw this. We all saw that 6-0, so we have to kind of give that credit. Lee, the person who I'm actually facing this next week, and I'm terrified to face, to be completely honest. And then Wyatt with the best core.
Yeah, like, and not only that, like we're all very good. Ben's draft holds him up, but the other three, like we're all very good. We know what we're doing. So I don't know. Like now you're facing Grids, like a lower ranked opponent, and we'll see how you fare now. Like, you might come out and body this nigga and prove your dominance. You're a former finalist in CCL season 1. I want that demon back.
What, top 4?
Top 4, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we will see. And moving on from our hearts go out to you, Demon, at number 12. We move up to number 11 to someone else who's had a difficult time, but actually, had a decent week this time. Was Chris, and he beat Grids, and it was like, you guys actually didn't get to see the match because both of them are idiots and didn't save the battle, but they had a pretty okay match. Chris, just kind of Grid didn't play very confidently, so Chris just kind of took advantage of it, and like I've always said, we take those. Like, he just took advantage of what he needed to do, and Chris's prep was alright, and it's basically all I can say about that, to be completely honest, without saying too much of the battle.
Well, I can't say anything about this really because neither of them uploaded it, and I wasn't there for the battle, so I'm not quite sure how it went down. So you'll kind of have to talk about more. Like I don't.
Okay. Grids kind of brought a little bit of an orthodox sets overall, and Chris just kind of was able to do whatever he really wanted to do. Just overall, he was. From what I understand, Grids tried to bring sets that were kind of odd to kind of throw Chris off, and he brought counter sets and stuff like that. Fire Blast for the Ferrothorn. He got a couple kills, but other than that, it wasn't the most amazing overall battle, to be completely honest. And I don't know every turn that happened, but I basically know the end results, what kills what. So it wasn't the most amazing technical match. Rich just needed to be a little bit more confident, but Chris will take what he can get there, and just he only gets one opponent per week, so he just has to face who he faces.
Yeah, and I know Chris needed the win because he was another person like Grids and Demon that was lacking self-confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know Chris DMs me a lot about his performances, and he's been feeling really down. But this has kind of picked him up a little, so he's got his confidence back slightly. I'm not sure who he faces this upcoming round, but I'm sure he'll bring it.
Yeah, I'm not sure off the top of my head who he faces. We should have those prepped for
we should pray out.
Yeah, we should always do that for next ones. Okay, but moving on from number 11, we move on to number 10, which is Maximilian Pegasus, aka Megashinka, aka your boy Weeboo Trash. I think it's his tag still, right?
No, it's Fuchsia.
Oh, is it Fuchsia now again?
No, it's been Fuchsia.
Oh, is it? Okay, he's just staying with Fuchsia?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. young Fuchsia, Max, the head coach of
Wellington Wormadams.
Yo, thick?
Yeah, thick, dude.
Alright, well, we had Max, and unfortunately he had a lot of life situations where he's doing a lot of school stuff and stuff like that, and he was unable to battle this week. There wasn't anything that really he was able to do. He just has been super busy and not able to do stuff with the league, which is extremely unfortunate considering we have a 2-week period. That's kind of what we did. but he just like he tried his best, but he just wasn't able to get things ready for the battle. So he just had to kind of give the battle to Hakeem.
Yeah, and we felt it was unfair to leave him where he was last power rankings because he did technically have to forfeit, and it is a loss. So we felt it wasn't fair to put him at the bottom because obviously he's got past victories and performances. So.
Yeah, and he played well. He prepped well before, so like we kind of just gave him this spot, just 2 spots below his former spot last week at 8 to number 10. Simply just because Max has played well, and I'm sorry for underranking you at week 1 or preseason. So I have to do that weekly. So yeah,
apologize.
I did.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't speak on Max much or Hakeem this week because forfeit and yeah.
But yeah, so moving on from number 10, we move on to number 9 with Hakeem, who was Max's opponent and took the win there. That's his first win, correct?
I think no, he beat Grids.
Oh yeah, he did beat Grids. That's right.
Yeah. So he's now 2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hakeem 2-2 definitely deserved to move up. I mean, with a lot of our guys down from 11 through 16 with like minimal wins, like Hakeem being right up here at number 9 isn't really a surprise. Like his prep hasn't always been the greatest, but you know he has the wins. Like even with one being a forfeit, you know he was there, he was ready. So you know, like I said, you know, like whether it's like with grids where they're unconfident or they just don't show up at all, you know, you take what you can get and you take the battles that you can.
Yeah. Like we said, we can't really speak on Hakeem and Max because no battle happened.
Yeah.
But like we know Hakeem's skill level, we know his like crazy mindset, so it's unfair to like have him so low ranked. So
yeah, to have him any lower than this was like just be wrong, to be completely honest. But,
yeah,
you know,
like
without
he
a battle,
is 2-2, so yeah, he is 2-2, so he is middle of the list, which is fair.
Yeah,
I guess.
But well, I mean, like based on like what we have a couple guys who are winless and guys with like 1 or 2 wins. Like we just put Hakeem right here, right, we're like right around, like just above that because he does have 2 wins. But yeah, all right. So moving on from number 9, Hakeem, the head coach of this is Vsing's favorite. So
Pasadena Palpitoads.
All right, moving on from the Pasadena Palpitoads of Hakeem to number 8, we have Trent, the head coach of the Mistralton Mandibuzz.
Hey, well done. You said it right for once.
Oh, do I usually say it wrong?
You usually say like Mistralian or something.
Mistralton is usually what I say.
No, that's right. You usually don't say that.
Oh, I don't know. Either way, we have Trent with the 8th draft at number 8, and he, I like my brain just was like bloop. Did he win or did he lose? I think he won.
He technically won.
He won by time, which in our league format, if you have so the way that the rules work for going to time is the person with the most mons wins, and that's how it happened in this battle. If it had gone to time and they had the same number of mons, it would be the person with the mon with the most HP. And then basically that's how it works. Like I think that's the only 2 conditions after that, right?
Yeah.
It's like the mon with the most HP. If it's tied, then it's like total HP overall. And then I don't think it goes any further than that.
Yeah, then his battle was against Jakib.
Yeah, his battle was against Jakib. 2 very, I don't want to say stolly teams, but very bulky teams.
Fat. Yeah.
Yeah, just like teams that like you say like, okay, I know that I'm going to be here for a half hour, so I better make sure that I'm not cooking anything in the oven during this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he ended up winning due to time there, and you'll notice that Jakib isn't below Trent, because we still felt that it like the way the battle had gone. If you guys had watched it, we actually felt that Jakib's final mon could have stalled out Trent's final 3. So like we still kind of gave him credit for that as well and ranked him a little bit higher, just so that like we say that we noticed that like Trent, you moved up from last week from 9 to 8 because you won. but we couldn't move you much higher because we felt, had it more time. Like if it was a showdown battle, like I just like showdown battles because they don't have a timer on them. But if it was in that like showdown format, you would have ended up losing to getting sold out by Chansey or whatever his last mon.
I think it was either Chansey or Milotic. It was one of the two, I think. But and also like we can't put you above Jakib because in my opinion, and I believe Aces too, Jakib overall in the league so far has just performed better.
Yeah, overall.
Like this was his first loss, and it was only a loss by technicality.
Yeah.
Like he didn't outright lose, so Jakib's doing something right, even though we hate it.
We just dislike your team, GQ. I'm sorry.
Yeah, nothing against you. Your team's garbage.
Basically, oh man. Alright, but moving on from number 8 of Trent with the Mistralton Mandibuzz, we have number 7, which is Ben or Yugo Potamia, the head coach of the
Ottawa Oshawotts.
Yeah. I don't know why I like hearing Vsing say that one for some reason.
Ottawa Oshawotts.
I don't know the way he says it. Okay, but either way, we have Ben, and he actually ended up losing this week. We finally moved him up from number 6 to number 5 last week, and we moved him down back to number 7, like just below where he was. We moved him down because he got bodied by Kendra.
To be honest, like it wasn't even a close battle. He just got out prepped. Like that was it. We'll speak more on Kendra's prep later, but we don't want that to influence like our decision here with Ben. Like Ben's team wasn't bad at all. It was just Kendra prepped well for it. So Ben, like you didn't deserve to fall any lower. Like you're 3-1, so you're still doing good. Your draft is God. You know how to use it. You know what it does. Like you have the basics, and with the draft that you have, that's all you need. It's just now that we're getting like. Everyone's getting more comfortable and confident with their drafts. People are experimenting. You kind of need to do the same thing. Like, bringing the standard shit every week won't always pay off because there will be situations like this where something completely eccentric will throw you off because you're not used to the metagame just yet. Yeah. Like, spoilers, like, he got blown back Trick Room. He's never had to deal with that before.
Yeah.
So, and these are the things you need to learn, like weather, Trick Room, like stall, like yeah.
And it wasn't really obvious that Kendra's team was a Trick Room team either.
Yeah, it was a low-key Trick Room team. It didn't scream Trick Room.
Yeah. Well, like I don't know, like as soon as there were certain situations where I felt, like if you look at that like situation where like Ben had to make certain plays to end up winning. But yeah, like you said, he's not used to that kind of, especially like in the league format where like somebody's just like using Trick Room. You're like, what? Speed control? Hello?
Well, it's been proven already this season that it can work.
Sticky webs and a couple of different people.
Zach used it well.
Yeah,
he used Trick Room well.
And then do we have Tailwind? I think. Somebody brought Tailwind, but it didn't end up like working.
Why do I feel like that was you?
It wasn't me. I didn't have Tailwinds on. I don't have any mods that get Tailwinds. Like, actually, well, Latias did, but like I have a sand like people, so
yeah.
Like I'm gonna run Tailwind when I have Sand Rush. Yeah. But yeah, I mean it could work. But yeah, no, Ben just out prepped like Vsing said. You have the proper draft, you have the basics, you have everything that you need, but you just have to get used to the metagame. And there's nothing wrong with losing. Everybody loses. It's just gonna be a matter of time. Realistically, I mean, you can go undefeated, like it's possible, but with so many matches, it's gonna be hard. Somebody's gonna bring something weird, and there's no shame in losing. You only have one loss, so just keep your head up, keep going, man. You're doing great so far. Just keep it up.
I actually spoke with Ben recently, and he's quietly confident. I didn't expect this of him, but he expected to go undefeated. The only battles he expects to lose were against you and I.
That's interesting.
He was actually confident against everyone else.
Hmm.
So he kind of got put in his place this week.
Interesting.
Nothing against Kendra. Kendra's obviously one of our top battlers and preppers and things like that. So I don't know. Like Ben is quietly confident. He's like a dark horse.
Very interesting. All right. I like how Ben's just sitting there, like, you know, just okay. I like that. All right. Well, respectable at number 7, we have Ben, the head coach of the
Ottawa
Oshawotts.
Oshawotts.
And moving on to number 6, we have Jakib, the head coach of the AIDS 2.0.
Who do we have at number 5?
Oh yeah, Wyatt.
No, I'm kidding. What did we say about Jakib over there?
He's the head coach of the Petalburg Pikachus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mega Pidgeot didn't go in this week.
It didn't go in. I mean, like, he played right, I guess. Like, we, as much as we just like the way that his draft is built, like, he played his draft the way it's supposed to be played, I guess. Like, as much as...
Yeah, like, he knows how to use it.
Yeah. I mean, he's abusing the facts of the things that he has. But, I mean,
Fucking
yeah.
Chansey, Milotic, Blissey, man. No, not Blissey, Miltank.
Miltank, yeah. And then Doublade.
And Doublade. All the thickness.
Get down with the thickness.
Yeah. But, Jakib, he moved down 1 spot, right? Correct?
No, same as last week.
Okay, same.
Yeah, same as number 6. We moved Ben up to number 5 last week, and then we moved Jakib to number 6.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But yeah, Jakib, we didn't feel like it was right moving you.
We can't move you into the top
down,
5
like,
because basically
you technically lost. But we felt we couldn't move you down much because your prior track record and also the fact that
you would have won if it had been.
You would have won, yeah. Like, you have proven you have skill, as much as it pains us to say. You know what you're doing.
Your draft, man.
Your draft is kind of stupid, but still.
I mean, do you, man? Do you?
I want him to bring the Vileplume and go in 1 week.
All right. I mean,
that's what I want. I want that, Jakib. If you're watching, which you probably are because you watch all of these, bring the Vileplume against me. Do it.
Let Mega Pinsir sniff that poon.
I mean, like, Pinsir goes in on his shit, so it's fine.
So I mean, either way, you think you're safe from that return, but that's areolated. All right.
But yeah, Jakib, you have a proven track record. Again, I'm not sure who you face this round coming. Yes, we should probably, like, every week when we do this, we say we're gonna have, like, the matches on screen, but we never do.
Just have them up for, like, us to be able to look.
Yeah, us to reference. So we're going to round 5, and Jakib.
Round 5 is facing Hakeem.
That'll be interesting.
Okay, and to reference back, Chris is facing Max.
Okay, that's actually kind of interesting too.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on from number 6, we move up to number 5. I already said it's Wyatt is number 5, the head coach of the Azalea Aggrons.
Yeah, Wyatt. Why can I not remember what Wyatt did this week?
You can't remember what Wyatt did?
No, and I feel bad now. He pushed someone's shit in. Demons.
Demons.
Yeah, he kind of
fairly impressive because Demon plays so well. I mean, he has the best core in the league, to be honest, with Mega Aggron, Clefable, and Goodra.
And that's pretty much what did
happens.
Demon in. Yeah, like, if you go back and watch Demon side of the battle, he couldn't get past the core. Like,
it was frustrating. Like,
yeah, like, Demon had a Zoomlands Inferno Torkoal.
It just,
which is
it
kind of
did,
insane.
50% to like Mega Aggron.
Well, no, that's the thing. He didn't get a chance to hit it.
I know, but, like, I think his calc, like,
it does.
Like,
it does way more than.
Oh, does it do more than that? I thought it did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, 50% to a Mega Aggron. Like, that's insane that it is so little. I was like, ugh.
No. It does more. Plus, obviously, guaranteed burn because Inferno.
Yeah.
But he didn't even get to pull it off the way he wanted because Wyatt's core is kind of ridiculous. Like, as soon as Torkoal was there, it was a free switch to Goodra, and like, Torkoal couldn't touch
yummy,
it.
Delicious.
Yeah, and he would swap out into, like, Conk, and I don't think he packed Poison Jab, so it was a free swap to Clefable and things like that. Like, he just couldn't work around the core. He wasn't predicting the swaps, and Yeah.
Well, and the thing that I feel that Demon lacks on his team that's kind of hurtful for matchups like this is he doesn't have a Volt turn.
He has Volt. Like, does he have Turn? He
Uh,
does. He does have Volt Turn.
What does he have for Volt turn?
Gliscor or Electivire.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, Gliscor U-turns, Electivire, Volt switches.
yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. He doesn't bring it like that. I guess because Volturn, I feel I don't know. He doesn't have like for a core like that. He doesn't have a core that or like a Volturn that helps him I match up against matchups like that. Like Gliscor doesn't match up well against Aggron, and neither does really Electivire either.
What you know about this Specs Gliscor with Earth Power though?
Still eating it, filter boy.
I don't know, like Demon, like he didn't, like his prep wasn't bad. It's just
It's execution,
why
to be completely honest.
its core is just kind of aids, and a lot of people that don't play Pokemon often can't get around cores like that.
Yeah.
People like Ace and I aren't worried, but still.
I'm still a little. I'm not gonna lie. I'm still kind of worried.
I got a Pincer, man. It's fine.
Hello.
Hi.
What's your Pincer doing to an Aggron?
Lots of things. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Whatever, man. All right. So we are inside the top 5. We have Wyatt in the top 5, who he hasn't actually been inside the top 5 since the preseason.
Yeah,
we did rankings based on
come
teams.
back. Yeah,
Yeah.
you've come back into the top 5 now.
And
So well done, Wyatt.
Yeah, I definitely think he deserves this. I think first week he lost to Jakib, which was really unfortunate for him, and he's kind of just been fighting his way up since then. So I'm really happy to see Wyatt here. I think he definitely deserves to be in the top 5.
He does. He's got great skill level, great draft. His draft is one of the better ones overall. Like, obviously Ben's got the God draft. I have a decent draft, but so does Wyatt. Wyatt's draft's kind of insane.
He has the best core, and then he has Entei. Like, people don't talk about Entei enough, but like, he has the Fairy Dragon Steel core, and then he has Entei just chilling right there, like, hello.
Well, it's not even just the Fairy Dragon Steel and Entei. He has Fairy Dragon Steel and Fire Water Grass.
Yeah, he does have the Fire Water Grass as well.
Yeah, and doesn't he also have the ghost, not the ghost, the psychic fighting dark?
Oh yeah, he has Scrafty. Well, Scrafty covers
Mesprit.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mesprit.
Yeah.
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 And he also has, in my opinion, probably the best and most underrated RU type Mon in Shiftry.
Oh,
in this
true,
format.
actually, yeah, with Leaf Storm, freaking knockoff.
Knockoff, Sucker Punch, Leaf Storm, all this shit. And I've yelled at him before for this, but Wyatt is underusing that Mon, and it's upsetting me. So Wyatt, do good. I give you a goal for next round. Use the Shiftry because it can do work in your next round.
It's all right, Wyatt. Me with Excadrill, and you with.
Yeah, I'll get to you.
And you with your shift tree. Don't worry, man. We got this. We're keeping it under wraps. Don't worry about it. I got your plan. It's all good. Either way, but moving on from number 5, we move to number 4, who is actually my opponent for this next week, and that's gonna be N7 Ryujin or Grandpa Lee, the head coach of my favorite icon, the Charizards.
Charizards, and yeah, Lee again for the 3rd round in a row is ranked number 4.
Yep.
Yeah, you did what Lee does, and it's go in and body niggas.
Yeah. Sorry, Zach.
Yeah, like Lee's very good at finding a weakness and exploiting it.
Yeah, well, and then he sees like your team does well, and he brings something for it. So like he's like, okay, he has a freaking Corcoon. Like, all right, has been told. Let's do the work.
Yeah,
but yeah,
like
it was good to see Lee like coming back from his difficulty with Marty.
Yeah, that I don't know what that was. I don't know if Lee was just having an off day or.
Yeah, but no, it's really good. To see
no
him
discredit
come
to
back.
Marty at all. Like Marty did play well as well. It's just in that because that's like 2 ends of the spectrum as far as rankings. You'd expect Lee to have an easier time, but he didn't. But it's nice to see him get this like convincing / dominating win. Like he's got his mojo back.
Ah yeah, perfect in time for me and his match.
Yeah. He's gonna put your shit in, nigga.
He's gonna put my shit in. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm really looking excited to facing Lee. I think that Lee is a very formidable opponent, and it's gonna be a very high level match. And watch me say that, and then like we're gonna be like, all right, stupid play 101. Let's do this. All right, I'm keeping my poison type in against your my Amoonguss in against your Megalakazam. Psychic me. Do it.
You got the berry though,
I
right?
got the berry.
Yeah,
It's gonna matter. Don't worry.
But then you foul play it. Bye.
Yeah, but then he's gonna swap out because he traced my regenerator.
True, you're right.
Low key gonna have his Spec Spore just for that matchup.
Yeah, Lee's doing what Lee does. No change, no different. Just consistency. That's what we get with Lee. Yes, he faltered against Kendra, but that was a close battle, so.
Yeah. Yeah, but either way, we have moving on from number 4, we move up to number 3, which is our own Vsing HB, who is here with me.
That's me.
So, Vsing, how did you feel you played this week with your nice and 6-0?
I did terribly, man.
Yeah.
Should have been an 8-0.
It should have been an 8-0. I told you, man.
Should have been
We
an
talked
8-0.
about this last week. It was like we want it to be a 12-0. Marty's mounts are gonna migrate to the other side of the field. Anything less is unacceptable.
Yeah. I 6-0'd Marty, me, coach of the Canada Carnivines. Kind of went in and had fun.
Yeah. And Vsing doesn't need to apologize because last week he said, "I'm sorry, but you're gonna have to face the wrath of God."
Pretty much. I wanted to prove a point this round because I lost against Kendra fairly convincingly. I will admit that. So I wanted to prove a point that I'm still a force to be reckoned with.
Low key shot at Kendra because she was the only one with a 6-0, and he's like, "Boy."
Yeah, I couldn't let that stand. I couldn't have Kendra flexing every chance saying, "I'm the only one with a 6-0." Like, okay, boy. Just wait.
Boy. Bring it here.
So yeah, I had a point to prove. I wanted to reassert my dominance, and that's what I did. I had fun against Marty's draft. He didn't seem to prep that well. I prepped fairly well. I prepped enough, and I just kind of went in. Just, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Like I had said in previous weeks before, there wasn't so much shown last week, but in this week, we saw that Vsing has top level prep. I said that Vsing is the best prepper in the league, and he showed that, and that's something that I'm really proud of him for. You know, just coming from a week where he had a very off week and wasn't able to properly prep the Vsing way, but this week, you know, he brought fucking Akaberry, Registeel, like max special defense and everything.
I brought a Registeel specifically to counter a Volcarona. It was kind of nuts, but that's the kind of shit I like to do.
Yeah.
Like, I could swap in for free and get a Rock Slide off. I was pretty proud of my sets. Like, I had a Facade, Mega Pinsir predicting the Prankster Willow on the Sableye. Like, things like that. I have the Wakan Berry on the Manaphy, because Manaphy, like, other than the Bronzong, blew his shit in. Other than Galvantula, which outsped, but I packed the Wakan Berry to take the Thunder, then just scald it. So, I was fully prepared for Marty. I had no issues.
Yeah.
It was fun, man.
Yeah, just Vsing giving the body bag.
Yeah, so Zach, watch out.
Oh yeah, and yeah, next week, if you guys don't know, Vsing actually faces Zach, and there's been a nice little bit of ish talk between the two there.
I'm saying nothing. He's the one talking shit.
Yeah, there's been some nice videos of the Pachi Pachi VT variety.
I've said nothing.
But we will see in the next following week.
He's about to get 6-0'd by a Clefairy.
Oh, true. Put that on the quotes. 6-0 by Clefairy. Alright, but moving on from the 6-0, we're Vsing HB at number 3. That rhymes somehow, and I didn't mean it to, but it did. But
from Vsing HB at number 3 to number 2 with KLG. There you go.
Bruh, bars. We out here. Hold up. It's like it was meant to be. Vsing HB at number 3. KLG number 3. Now all of you can see that Kendra B at number 3.
No, she's
because
actually a
she.
number 2, so your rap failed.
Oh, feels. All right, she's the number 2 basically because she won this week pretty convincingly. But we have an asterisk on the play, flag on the play. Vsing HB out here reporting in. Why is there an asterisk on her win this week?
I gave her that victory. I handed her that victory on a silver platter because in the CCL we have a thing where if you've battled someone, you can go to them for advice and help. And obviously Kendra and I battled last round, so she was like, "Vsing, I'm facing the God Draft. Help me kill it." And I was like, "Trick Room." There you go. That's all you need to know. So we built a Trick Room team together, and I sent her in, and Ben wasn't ready for it, and she blew him back. So you kind of owe me that one, Kendra. I feel like if you didn't run Trick Room and had a standard team, Ben was going to go in.
Yeah, I feel that Kendra's a little bit more of an experienced battler, so I think she would have had an advantage in the battle. But I think with the draft that Ben has, I think he definitely was in a good position. I don't think he prepped like you said, he didn't prep poorly. It just he faced a team built by Hubba that Hubba drafted for.
Yeah, I know how to exploit the God Draft's weaknesses because I built the God Draft.
Yeah.
It was ironic. It was a team that I built against a draft I built.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, but either way, Kendra didn't play poorly. She understood how to use the Trick Room team. She had 2 setters, just overall solid.
Yeah, Kendra's doing what she's doing. She's still undefeated, so that means something, right?
Yeah, it means something.
Although, people are bitching she's had an easy time of it so far, other than myself.
Okay, I was gonna say, are you calling yourself
other than me?
Free
Other than well, didn't she have Daniel?
She had Lee.
I guess. Lee gets his shit pushed in by Sylveon though. So
hello, Lee. This is not me talking about this. All right, we face this Lee. I'm not talking no smack.
Show me Lee's fairy resists. Carpenter. That's literally it.
Yeah, Seismitoad likes things.
No, it does not does not no. Don't worry, Lee. You better catch this Clefairy work too.
Alright. Well, moving on from number 2, we go to the final slot, which is me talking about myself. So I always get awkward. I feel confident talking about other people because I'm good at observing stuff. But when I talk about myself, I'm just like, oh, hi.
Don't lie to me and the viewers. You love talking up yourself.
Hello.
You're the most conceited and big-headed person in the league.
Hello. I have a big head, alright. I have a big head. Just naturally because that's a genetic thing, alright. But I don't know.
Nigga, you think you're the best.
I think that I'm the best battler, tied probably with you in this league right now.
We will see. 2 rounds from now, we will see.
Alright. Yeah, actually, Vsing and I face after I face Lee, so.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fun time the next few weeks. But yeah, Ace, you did what you do, and that's bring stuff that works and make it work.
Yeah, it works.
you're I mentioned this before, you're adapting and you're learning to be less standard. But I can't say it's paid off yet. So
wait.
Okay.
My Latios lived on 1 HP.
But that's not even non-standard. That's just standard speed creeping and adding HP when you don't need the speed. So that's not like anything out there or unique.
I guess
that's standard league format.
I don't know. I just feel that there's proper answers to people's teams, and I understand that there's variety that people can bring, like Blast Burn, but I don't think that there's a lot of things that you can do to prep for stuff like that, and a lot of the time you have to bring stuff that's going to work, and then manage the risk reward possibilities on certain things.
Hey, you're proving that the boring shit works.
I guess. I mean, if you guys want to call me boring, then I guess winning's boring.
It is, man. You gotta suffer a loss like I did. Just so you can come back the next week and body niggas.
So I have to lose to Lee so I can beat you.
If you want, sure.
Nah, man, I ain't trying to lose no matches, to be completely honest, but I'm gonna do my best. But yeah, guys, that's
well, you could. Well, I was gonna say, like, you could argue, like, similar to Kendra, you've had a somewhat easy time with the draft
I feel
so far,
yeah,
or the league.
I've had decent matchups.
You had Trent.
I had Trent, which was a difficult.
Other than Trent, you had Daniel, you had Zach, and who was your other one?
Daniel, Zach, and Marty.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, I haven't had the greatest level of competition. No offense to our lower ranked players there, but yeah.
Like, I'd say, like, obviously last round you faced Trent, right?
Yeah,
That was
two Trents.
or was it Daniel?
Yeah, it was Daniel last round, and then the round before that was Trent.
I'd say this upcoming round and the round after is when you'll get your true tests.
True tests to see if I have the stuff.
Yeah, you got Lee, then me.
And you're number 3, and KLG's number 2.
Sure, you want to keep rhyming?
Yeah, I don't know, man. But yeah, so that's gonna be the power rankings, 16 through 1. I feel that this is very fair ranking. The ones that I'm most like, I see the most changing happening is definitely Demon at number 12, and then like anywhere from 12 up through like 5, like just like shuffles around so much. Like the below that, like those kind of stay stagnant until those people get those like solid wins. But like 12 through like 5, I just see like massive amounts of shuffling, like possibly coming in this next week.
Yeah, I see some lower rankings changing around, especially since we're getting two people without wins facing and things like that.
Yeah.
Expect some shuffling around the board here.
All right, guys.
And I'm coming back for my number 2 slot.
Oh, true. He wants Kendra's spot.
I do. I deserve it.
Okay. So if you guys don't know, let's see. Kendra does face in this next week. She is going to face Woot and
Azalea Aggrons.
Yeah, the Azalea Aggrons with the nice bulky AF core. Then we have Senor Racist Raikou facing Max. We have myself facing N7 Ryujin. We have Ben facing Lone Wolf Marty, which is Marty just over, but yeah. Marty's team, the Warnsveld Weezings. And then we have Hakeem facing Jakib. Ew. 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 Like I like Hakeem's team a lot, and then I was just like Jakib, I was like, ew. Jakib, like I don't know, if anybody can just beat that draft like solidly, I feel like it's Hakeem.
Yeah.
Like from like some of the like lower ranks. Because like Hakeem's not a lower rank battle, he's just having a hard time. And then we have Demon versus Grids, which is like the grudge match of who can get their first win.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then we have Trent versus Daniel. And then we have Pachi Pachi versus Vsing HB, the most anticipated match of the season.
No, hell no. That's not most anticipated.
Alright, guys. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this power ranking / voyage to Star Trek / rap session. We had a good time with this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. We are out of here. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.